Hey, everybody. I just coming back because, I'm a big Rafa fan and I played tennis for 25 years. You can see a lot of tennis playing exercise videos in my channels. So today's we're talking about the French Open. French Open is on the second round. A lot of people, they based on the Rafael Nadal, Rafa, the king of clay, the performance on the first round match, they just count Rafa out for the French Open. That's ridiculous, okay? The first round match always hard for the top ranked peoples, because it's nobody, okay? They got nothing to lose. They just play what they want. They just do everything risk to try to knock out the big name. Okay? It happens. Rafa didn't lose the match. Okay? Of course, maybe, in the match, you see Rafa, return the ball is too short. Okay? Moving is too slow. Or they give the Balali too much winners. So what? Rafa still come back to win the match for three straight set. Okay? He didn't lose the match, but people began to critical him and count him out. Are you kidding me? If you know anything about the tennis, if you play tennis, if you have any knowledge about tennis, you would do that. If you do that, that just means you are totally idiot and you know nothing about the tennis sports. Okay. So now the second round match is not finished yet, but Rafa is leading 6-1, 6-2, and 5-1 to Pela. Pela is very good clean expert. Pela is a lot better than lucky loser Balali, but Pela lose badly. Why? Because Tiger just wake up. Okay, he going to begin his dominant action on the French Open right now. Always, the big star, like a superstar, like a Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, they didn't do very well in the first week of the Grand Slam because you need 10 to get used to the court. For example, this season, the clean court is changed. Rafa, have a little complaint about the change because he feel the clean court, Roland Garros clean court, is slippery. It's slippery, dangerous. Nobody is better than Rafa to know about the clean court because Rafa win the most title on the clean court, and Rafa is the only people who can win 10 titles in the single Grand Slam. It's in the French Open. Okay? Bellissima. Okay? So nobody better than Rafa to know about the clean court. So clean court is getting sleeper. Sleeper. It's easy to fall. But it's all right to Rafa. To everybody else. It's the same, it's the equal situation. So you can't just don't let people complain a little bit. When people don't play their way, they're going to complain a little bit. It's reasonable. What's the big deal? Okay? Somebody called Rafa as too picky. What's wrong? If people who can win 10 French Open, what else she can do? Just like John McEnroe said, if guys who win the French Open 10 times, he do whatever he can, whatever he want. Okay, he's the king in the French Open. He's the king in the clay. You can, you can ask something. You can just critical king. King do whatever he want. Okay, Rafa is the king on the clay, so he do whatever he want. Okay, he can complain. He can critical the umpire, but you can't, because you never win a French Open and the Rafa win 10 times. That doesn't mean discrimination or something, because he has a good reputation in Roland Garros. Nobody have a better reputation than Rafa in the Roland Garros. So if you just based on one match, the people's, they play in the competition, their schedule is up and down, up and down. It's just like Rafa is outstanding. Remember 2008, Rafa is the #1 in the world. 2018, 10 years later, he's still the #1 in the world. That's unbelievable. You keep your top playing schedule for more than 10 years. Every year, for 10 years, he can win at least a Grand Slam and one Master 1000. That's not human things. That's God things. Okay? The Rafa just make that happen. So what else you can argue for? What else you can complain for? He is the greatest of all time. It's already everybody think that way. Not just all in on the clay. He win 2 Grand Slam on the grass. He beat the Roger Federer in the Wimbledon. He win 3 U.S. Open. He beat Novak Djokovic 2 times in Flushing. Okay, he win 1 Australian Open, and in the final he beat Roger Federer, 5 times champion, a 6 times champion. Okay, he also win a lot. ATP Master 1032, that's record. Nobody can even close that. Okay, so just shut up. Okay, those people who count Rafa out for the French Open champion, just shut up. Okay, go to take tennis lessons. Okay, read more tennis articles. Read more articles about the Steve Tignor or Bordeaux. Okay, you make you know more about the tennis, so you will give the right opinions. Okay, don't be like reckless, stupid idiot. Okay, don't be like that. Okay, because tennis is a royal sport. It's not like savage sports like football, like hockey. Okay, that's savage sports. That's not even called a sport. That's just a game. It's a bunch of people playing the game, okay, with the rule. Okay, that's not called sports. That's why everybody in the whole world know about Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Serena Williams, Sharapova, Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray. Anybody else? John McEnroe, Bjorn Borg, Billie Jean King, and Chris Evert, Maria Navratilova, okay, and Ron Laver. Everybody know their name, but who know about the American football? Nobody know that outside America. Nobody know about hockey. Okay, nobody play that. Okay, that's a savage sport. That's not even called sport. And the stupid baseball. Okay, even the people who have a big stomach, like a 40 years old fat meatball, he still can play baseball like a Baby Ruth. Okay, so that is not called sports. That's called a game. Okay, for fun, it's fine, but not for real sports fans. If you are baseball fan, football fan, or hockey fan, go right back to your savage game. Okay, you are not belong to tennis. Tennis for the real sports fan, because we play tennis. Okay, we know about tennis. Okay, We know about our idols. We know about how to play in the tennis court. We are not insulting people just based on their performance, one match performance. Okay? So drop out. Okay? Drop it. Okay? Rafa definitely going to win his 11th French Open. That's going to happen. Nobody can stop Rafa win his and decima and la decima. Okay, 11th. Okay, nobody can stop him. I can tell you, nobody can stop him. So please respect people, respect Rafa, respect peoples who pay a lot of work on the things they're doing. Okay, don't just fool around and abusing, insulting peoples with nonsense. Okay, vamos, Rafa.